This is Tracy Marshall from Travels with Tracy, and we are traveling through the Middle Ages. With each podcast, we explore new and exciting destinations specifically for mature travelers. That is, travelers that are between 35 and 70. That's my specialty, or what I like to do the most. These travelers are more into relishing their time than staying at budget hotels and partying all night. I enjoy people who want to experience where they are, be it an adventure trip, let's say whitewater rafting in Costa Rica, or those who enjoy the cobblestone streets of a quaint French town, sitting in a cafe and enjoying fine wine and cheese, or hiking to Machu Picchu. Those are the people I identify with.
And we are continuing. We have been talking about the Viking River Cruise with Joanne, a wonderful friend of mine. She went to the Rhine Getaway last October. It was late October when she went. And her Rhine Getaway, she started with a pre-night cruise stay, and then she did her cruise on the Viking ship, and then she ended with a post-cruise stay in Amsterdam. So she was mentioning the ship itself, what to expect on a typical river cruise. But now I'd kind of like to ask her about the pre-night stay in Lucerne, because from what we can tell, I mean, Lucerne is a beautiful city. It's located in the Alps. Can you tell us a little bit about the accommodations? I think you stayed for 2 nights, and your thoughts on Lucerne and how Viking treated you in regards to the transfers as well, how that went.
Oh, Tracy, there was no problem at all. They met us at the boat, took our luggage, took us right to the hotel, carried our luggage in. We didn't carry luggage at all. All of our luggage was transferred by the Viking people. In each hotel, they have a space set up for them, and you can go right to them for any problems or anything, too. Oh. Our rooms were nice in Lucerne. The hotel was a very well-run hotel. To me, it was tired. It needed a little facelift, a little paint fix up a little bit. But as far as the service and everything, it was wonderful. And our first day was free, so my daughter and I went on our own walking tour and got lost. And we did go to the regular city where the people work and everything like that. So I got to see some of Lucerne that I wouldn't have seen on a walking tour. And finally got ourselves squared around and found the tourist area that you go, where you want to see all the beautiful old buildings and the things that have been preserved. And to get across the river, there is a wooden bridge, and it's called the Flower Bridge because it has flowers all along the side of it, clear across the bridge. And in about halfway, there is a round stone, like turret building. Well, that's where they used to put people that didn't behave well. So it closed up now. They don't use it. But the other side, the buildings were hand-painted with beautiful scenes on them and writing. I mean, you just walked around with your head up and hoped you didn't trip and fall because there was so much to see on the buildings. They were magnificent. And over there, even though it was fall and we had foggy weather in the morning, the temperature was pretty much like it was here that week. It was in the 30s to the 50s. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
And even though the temperatures were that, still, when if you wanted something, a cup of coffee or a Coke, you didn't go into a restaurant or anything. You would go in and you'd get what you wanted, and you would come out and sit at a table on the street and watch the people go by. So it was fantastic. We just had a wonderful time, and then they also told us about a very good restaurant. So that evening, my daughter and I went back to this restaurant who's known for its fondue. And it was absolutely delicious. So it was wonderful.
Could I ask, what kind of language do they speak in Switzerland?
We had no trouble at all. They speak French and they speak German. And, of course, they only take the franc.
Okay.
They aren't on the euro. But English, I didn't meet a person that I couldn't talk to.
Okay. That's
So
good
it
to
was
know.
no problem at all.
All right. That sounds lovely. Just makes me want to go and order some fondue right now.
Thanks for traveling through the Middle Ages with me. I would love to continue this conversation with you, so just head to my Facebook page at facebook.com/travelswithtracy. I have a link to my page in the podcast notes. Don't forget to subscribe to this podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcast player. When you do, my podcast can automatically upload to your smartphone. Safe travels!